Field mic test. Field mic test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, we'll have audio for you guys in a second. We're playing a bunch of copyright stuff and we'll get yelled at, so give us just a second.
Fans of the Idaho Contact Football League, welcome to the second matchup of today's games. We've got the Sabres and the Aztecs. Aztecs undefeated. Sabres looking to make that different. See if we can get a win on the board.
All right, if you're the visiting team, you'll call it. That's tails, that's heads, that's heads, that's tails. What's the call? Tails. Tails is the call? It is tails. Do you want to kick or receive? You want to choose down the field or defer? Okay. Sabres won the toss and deferred. You guys want the ball? Yeah. Which way do you want to kick?
Kick that way.
Okay, right over here by me, facing Gary. Guys over there, facing me. White one, deferred. Aztecs will receive. Shake hands, let's play.
This is the game of the week. Sabres are 3-2, looking to make that 4-2 against an undefeated Aztecs team.
How many kids you guys have out?
We get a bunch of kids out. It's just we don't require anybody to play private person. They don't have to come in person. They can do it all online.
So back in my coaching options days, we used to get away with the weight limits. Hey man, you're just not going to show up. And no more of that. No more of those stuff anymore.
I forgot. There's no weight limit.
Are you serious?
Sabres deferred, right?
Step on scale. Grew up immediately.
No, they're kicking.
It was trade.
Dude, no, it's just like wrestling.
Number 6, R.J. Williams, out set to kick off for the Sabres.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting game.
Ball is up, ball is deep.
We caught by number 11 here. That is a frame. And that's going to place him at the, I think it's right on the 30. Tex will take over at the 30. Hurst already in the chat. Congratulations on your touchdown, by the way, especially after you got all those false starts. Roy Garcia Jr. says, let's go, son. Son Brad. Tackle football, small-sided game, says, enjoy it, guys. Jahara Tom says, let's go, Logan. I'm assuming you might be talking about Bauer? Or not Bowers.
Logan Cecilia.
Yeah, Cecilia. Forgot what team we had on here. Bowers plays for the Alphas. Hole in here is quarterback here. We're going to have a handoff to 20 Barber. And that'll be a gain of 1. That'll be a gain of 1. Bring up second down.
Tackle on the play by number 10, C.J. Smith for the Sabres.
Also, for those of you guys at home, if you're ever wondering why there's no sound, it's because we're going to get struck by the copyright.
Yeah.
So,
We're trying to keep the broadcast up. That's what we're doing.
and that was a gain of 2 on that last drive there, so this will be 2nd and 8. Motion, takes a snap, handoff to Barber, and he will get stopped, and I think he'll gain a yard there. It'll be a gain of 1, 3rd down.
Sabres are doing exactly what they need to here, having a strong front line, stopping the run for the Aztecs and forcing them to pass the ball. So we'll see what happens here. 3rd down at about 6 for Hull and the Aztec offense. We'll see if they want to be aggressive, go after the pass, or if they're going to be conservative and hand this ball off again. I don't see them utilizing a hard count here, but you never know.
Yeah, we saw it work effectively against the Tide today, twice in a row.
Oh, don't remind me. How embarrassing.
Hall takes it, drops back, fires to the outside deep, looking for number 3, looking for Roy Hull. He has him.
And
That one
aggressive
out of bounds.
it is.
It'll be a deep pass the outside and place him on the 30. 1st down.
Number 1, Jace Mann. Number 17, Joseph Johnson in coverage. Just not quick enough to get out to cover number 3. And they have a huge 1st down.
That's from 30 to 30 right there. So total, what is it, 20 yards? I don't know how to count. No.
30 to 30, that's a
Yeah, that's
40-yard
yards,
game.
Yeah. Yeah, double it, yeah, I was going to the 50 for some reason in my brain, but
Yeah.
obviously they moved up 4 yards.
A big,
So,
big 1st down.
yep, from hole to hole right there. They're going to build a ship together. We're going to see an offset. No. Yeah. Little handoff, a little bit of trickery. That'll be a gain of 1 and bring up 2nd down. I think that was to number 11, Efrain there.
Yep, Efrain on the carry. And the Sabres, you know, they're doing great at the line of scrimmage. And if you're going to be able to force a 3rd down and long, you know that Hull is probably going to pass the ball. You got to maintain coverage in the secondary.
Especially if you're going to let him run all the way out to the outside there.
Yeah. And Hull is definitely, you know, multi-threat quarterback. If you let him outside the pocket, he could run, he could still pass.
A fake punt. Or,
Yeah.
No, he did a punt 2 weeks ago. They weren't even lined up in punting position. Barber lined up his backer next to him. He's going to roll out to the inside here. Throws over the middle, and he has the frame. Lopez dancing, and will be brought down by Logan there, and that'll be a 1st down. Are we good enough for 13 and a 1st down?
Number 5, Logan Cecilia on the tackle.
Got him by his legs and wrapped up and stayed with him. So.
Also one on the tackle, number 20, Kishan Joyner.
Yep. KD out there. I know you're in here. Where are you? I knew he was going to be chat.
So, you know, for the most part, it's great coverage in the secondary. But if you give Hull 3 to 5 seconds to figure out a target, he will find somebody.
It's going to be a toss back here to Barber. He will go down.
Number 5, Logan Cecilia on the tackle.
That'll be a gain of 7. Bring up 2nd down. Cora McAfee says, let's go Sabres. Hole, handoff to Barber. Oh, ball comes loose. He will drop on it there.
Number 5, Logan Cecilia, quick to make sure that that ball doesn't go anywhere. Hole is lucky.
A loss of 3, and then jump on it. It'll be third quarter. Motion to Barber. Takes it, handoff, keeps it. Looking deep, trying to direct traffic. He's going to go out of bounds.
Great coverage by the Sabres secondary. Great pursuit by the defensive line. Hull has no choice but to go out near the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a loss of 3. Third down. Fourth down.
So Sabres defense here showing up. Looks like the Aztecs might bring the field goal unit. Indeed, we got a kicking ball coming in. We will attempt a field goal.
We saw, what was it, at was it Alpha's kick?
Oh,
That got the third longest field goal?
Yeah, it's 40, 45 or something.
Yeah, which I'm like, I don't know what the longest one is. Or
I
the second longest, but it can't be by much more than
No,
that.
I think first place is like 48. You know, second is 46 or something. So he's
Pretty
right
much
there.
a switch on the side here. And low, and that'll be no good.
Yeah, quite the bullet.
No good. They'll switch side. Aztecs will take over.
Sabres defense holds out, able to get a turnover on downs. And the offense will take the field.
Julie says, hi, Nathan Willoughby, number 50. We're watching you from the French Polynesian Islands. Go Sabres.
Wow.
I don't know how to say that name of the island. I think it's Hawaiian. You guys will say it.
Wahine.
You guys
French
are living your
Polynesia.
best life out there.
Huahine? I'm gonna get this right.
Yeah, sure.
Huahine.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna go with that. Huahine.
Jade Aguilera says, go Sabres. Not related to Christine.
Maybe. Emma Johnson, quarterback for the Sabres, back. Split back set. Give to number 25 over to the left-hand side. Has some room.
Stays up.
I think about 6 or 7 yards there.
That'll be gain of 7, second down.
Number 25, Austin Williams on the carry for the Sabres. Good for 7. Brings up second down and 3. Oh, miscommunication on the line of scrimmage. I mean, everybody but the center. So unfortunate here on second down and relatively short. Sabres are going to
Snap infraction on the offense. 5 yards remain. Second down.
You know, obviously, this almost goes without saying, but if the Sabres want to be able to take advantage of these offensive drives, they have to be able to limit offensive penalties.
Can't be giving up those
They're good
3
enough
yards.
if they keep it clean. They can march the ball down the field, but you know, 5, 10, 15 yards here and there, it's just not going to happen. 25 on the carry over to the right-hand side.
Going up against the undefeated Aztecs here.
Yeah.
That'll be gain of nada, bring up third down. Ed Cook says, Cy, I'm watching from Alabama, but would love to watch from Polynesia. Yeah. Hey, I got to watch a game from Bali, and it was not the experience I thought it was going to be. So there's a lot of mouth breathing and a CPAP machine that needed to be added to the equation. So keep
Yeah,
watching
we,
from Alabama while it's good. You know,
we don't talk about that game often. We,
Yeah.
we apologize to you viewers. We raw dogged you guys a little bit on the announcement. Yeah. Sabres 3rd down and long. 3 receivers at the right-hand side. Emmett Johnson in the backfield, single running back. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Can he get away? Ball's out. Ball will be recovered by the Sabres. Number 28 is there to make the recovery. Josiah Lara.
Ball will go a lot back. 4th down.
So after what looked like a promising opening play, penalty brings him down to 2nd down and long. Another play for no gain, 3rd down and long, and then the 3rd down play with a loss of nearly 10. 4th down and a mile.
Gonna punt it away. Sabres have got to get ready, get in the mindset to play today. So
Number 12, Justin Kerner, back to punt the ball away. Very capable to get the Sabres some decent field position to start on defense. We'll see if they can get this line of scrimmage in the Aztec territory.
yeah, we'll show you the side punt here, and then we'll switch over to main. Ooh, low. You see the bounce there.
Kick is blocked out of the back of the end zone. We will have a safety. So officials are going to come in, talk about it. We do have a flag on the play. So
There's a flag on the field.
result of the play is a safety. All blocked out of the back of the end zone. Pending the flag on the field, we'll see what the official says.
We say your name. Jared Toms is watching from Minnesota, cheering on the Sabres, especially number 5, Logan.
So I think we're going to have a personal foul against the Sabres. So typically on a safety, you're going to have the kick from the 20.
The result of the play is a safety. Dead ball, personal foul. Number 8 of the kicking team. That penalty will be assessed on the punt. We'll go half the distance. They'll be punting from the 10-yard line.
So typically after a safety, you're going to be kicking off from the 20, your own 20, which is an additional 15 yards back from your typical kicking placement. But we've got the penalty, which is going to take them half the distance back, half the distance to the goal. So kicking off from the 10-yard line. Now, since it's a safety, we could see a punt here instead of a traditional kickoff.
That'd be interesting. So now we are at 2-0. Techs are up. This is not the first time we've seen a safety to start the game. I think it was a Black Tide game where we had 2. They only scored 2 safeties the whole game.
Yeah, it's a score of 4.
Yeah.
It's a score you never see.
Yeah, defense crushed it. Yeah, there's scoregami, which is scores that never happened, and that happened to be one of them.
So we are going to see a more typical kickoff from number 5, R.J. Williams. Number 6, excuse me, R.J. Williams. Kicking off from his 10-yard line. Here to see how deep he can put this ball.
Probably pretty deep.
Kick squib. It's going to bounce. Does make it across the 50, picked up by Efren. Out past the 50 to the 45 to the 40. He has the sideline.
Out of bounds there at the 35, it looks like.
So Aztecs able to take over with.
Aztecs take over at the 35.
So Hull and the Aztec offense unable to really convert anything from the previous drive, but here they are, ball back at the 35 inside Sabres territory with 2 points on the board. Sabres defense, you know, if they can continue to do the same thing that they were doing on the previous drive, you know, good pressure on Hull, good coverage in the secondary, we got to make sure that we're able to put pressure on Hull. I'm sure that's what they're discussing right now. If you let him outside the pocket, you give him 3 to 5 seconds, your secondary just can't cover for that long.
Yeah, the longer you give Hull, the worse it's going to be. Somebody will get open, and he will take advantage of it. He's going to drop back under pressure. Quick little throw to Barber there, and he will go down
Number 10 on the tackle, CJ Smith, helmet comes off during the play.
That'll be a gain of 3, second down. Hers says sad trombone. First, we have 2 clips that'll be sent to you today. The offsides, that was solely just to you, and also 2-point conversion.
I love the 2-point conversion. The ball in the air at the 5-yard line, all the way into the end zone.
And he just was going to go all the way down.
Yep.
And now he's retired. He's going to go play for the Griffins. So.
Yep.
You heard it here, folks. Oh, fires deep to the inside, looking for 84. That is going to be, dropped. He had it in his hands. I think he might have been out of bounds, though. An incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Kishan Joyner on the carry, on the coverage. Kishan Joyner, 84 on the intended target for the Aztecs.
It's Chris Quintero.
Quintero, I'm sure. I mean, he's very capable of bringing that ball in and just.
I think with
much.
it already being out of bounds, too, wasn't trying super hard.
So third down and about 8 here for the Aztecs. And they're kind of a little bit in, I don't say no man's land. I mean, if they get this, if they don't convert on this, I think they got to be inside the 30 to try another field goal, but I think they might just go for it on 4th down.
I think they should go for the field goal. They have kickers. Oh, rolls to the outside here. Under pressure, throws it, almost intercepted. That'll be incomplete, though. An incomplete pass that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that was number 25, Austin Williams, zipping across the field, almost able to actually make an interception on that.
I'm not sure the number of the intended receiver there. I think it might be Wells, maybe? Maybe it's... We'll wait till he gets in. Might be... We'll see him turn around.
So Sabres defense.
Michael Peterson says Keyshawn. That is not right. It is Kishan. We
Kishan.
have multiple times gotten corrected. So
Hang on. Who's saying Keyshawn? I don't know.
yeah. I think his mom.
I've been corrected. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
corrected
by
by
his mom.
the family
Yeah.
member. Don't steer me wrong.
I think he's just super nice and will not correct you
Michael
on it.
Peterson.
Hold, going for it here on 4th. Under pressure, throws it, and that'll be incomplete.
Sabres able to turn the
Incomplete
ball over
pass.
on
They'll
down.
switch sides. Sabres will take over. Sabres need to stop. Well, they got it, says Ty Skinner.
Sabres defense able to dial up some really good pressure, really good coverage. Pull not nearly as much time in the pocket to pass as the first drive. And even outside the pocket, he's got, pressure into the flats too.
But that's what they need. You just need to keep applying pressure and then march your own butts down the field.
Yep. Emmett Johnson ready to take the snap. The Sabres offense on the field. RJ Williams, low snap, pass to the left-hand side, caught by number 15. Has room.
As the first.
That's the first down and more.
That'll be a gain of 14 and our first down.
I might have to have a little bit of a double check on this number. So
What is it there?
I believe that's actually number 19, Lakota Steele.
But wearing the number 15.
Well, he's got it wrapped up kind of underneath that first plate of
yeah.
his,
I see
shoulder pads
19
there.
The
So
outside there, yeah. It just looks like the 5.
RJ Williams in the backfield. Johnson low snap again, give to Williams. Williams looking right, has some space, closing quick. Will he make it?
Gets
He will
grabbed.
not.
No.
Go down for a loss of just a few on the play.
That'll be lost to 2 to bring up second down. RJ incredibly quick too.
Yeah, RJ is fast. Aztecs with great pursuit there. We are closing down, just a few seconds left here in the first quarter.
And they're gonna run it out. that will be the end of the first quarter.
Starting quarter 2 here, the Aztecs undefeated. Sabres 3-2. Aztecs are leading 2-0 with a safety on that blocked punt went out of the back of the end zone. We want to take an opportunity to highlight some of the sponsors for the Idaho Contact Football League. IV Nurse Sophia with salt, wellness, and hydration. Level up your game day performance and your everyday performance with IV drips, peptides, and more. Stop by and find Sophia at the booth to get a personalized treatment tailored just for you. Let's get you feeling your best on and off the field. Hillbilly Seasonings, rooted straight from the hollers of Tennessee. Veteran owned and operated, made locally here in Boise. Mention the ICFL for a special buy 3, get 1 free deal, and find them on Instagram at Hillbilly1990.
Second and 12 here for the Sabres. Beginning of the second quarter here. Both of these teams just ran down the first quarter.
Yeah, it's starting to move quick. Johnson in the backfield, Williams to his left. Johnson faked Williams, passes over the middle, intended for number 18.
Flag on the field.
I think we are either going to have probably defensive pass interference here, a restriction on that receiver coming across the middle. If not, at least a defense.
They were stopping him so he couldn't get out all the way.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 18, 15 yards from the previous spot. That yardage results in a first down.
So Sabres able to get a first down due to the penalty. And now they are in Aztec territory. Johnson with 2 backs in the backfield. 25 going out into the slot.
Handoff here.
Give to 33 over to the left-hand side. That'll be good for a couple.
That'll be good for 4 yards and a second down.
33, Tony Jacobson on the carry. Second down and about 7 for the Sabres. Split running backs in the backfield along with Johnson. Number 25 and number 33. Johnson give to 33. Over to the left-hand side. Will squeeze a few.
Yeah, we'll find a gap to get through.
Not quite enough for a first down, but good for about 5 on the play.
That'll be good for 4. Third down. Third down, 2.
Third and 2. I'm going to take a lucky guess. As long as the Sabres don't lose yardage on this play, if they don't make it, I think we're going for it on 4th down. Sabres 2 receivers to the left, single to the right with the tight end, single back. Johnson give to 25. 25 has the room. He will make a first down out by the 30-yard line.
That'll be gain of 5 and a first down.
Sabres run game able to convert. 10 more yards for them and they'll be in the red zone. Johnson with 2 receivers, left and right. Williams in the backfield. First down and 10. Johnson back to pass, looking left, has a receiver.
It's going to be PI.
Flag comes in. He will have defensive pass interference.
Flag on the field. Incredibly. I knew it before he even threw it. That it was
The defender pleading his case. However, everybody up here in the booth is seeing the contact.
Pass interference. Number 12 of the defense. 15 yards. Half the distance.
this one hard.
That yardage results in a first down.
So Sabres able to convert on multiple defensive pass interference penalties to get first downs. Now they are first down from the 15 inside the red zone. They are cruising. Aztecs obviously very aggressive in the secondary, maybe a little bit too much.
And we got the
Johnson back to pass, has a receiver number 9, just outside the first down marker. Brig Johnson on the reception.
That'll be good for 9, bring up second down. Doing a little bit of field switching here for the team. See if we can show you that here. Let's take a look at the sideline camera that we have here. At the 12, so that'll be 8-yard gain.
Sabres able to get a first down inside the 5-yard line. I believe we're at about the 4.5 for that first down marker. 2 backs in the backfield. Give to number 25 over to the right-hand side. Has enough for the first down. Will he have enough for the touchdown? He does. Touchdown, Sabres.
Touchdown, Sabres!
Number 25 on the carry, Austin Williams. Good for 6 points.
That will
The
get there.
Sabres are up 6-2 over the Aztecs.
A very weird score to start this game, but
It is.
hey, whatever it takes, you know? You can see him fight all the way down the line as they group up and him barely just get over, so I love to see it.
Sabres setting up for a traditional PAT. Aiming to take their lead by 5. Williams, number 6, ready for the kick. 25 on the hold. The snap, the kick is up.
It is really
It is
high.
good.
Extra point is good. There's a late flag on the field. I'm assuming this is
Hold the
unsportsmanlike
phone.
on 21 here, Willie Garcia.
So try is good.
I think he was talking to the ref when he probably shouldn't be.
We might have a little bit of a sideline warning here.
Tyler Williams says, that is my brother. Good job, Austin. Obviously talking about 25, Austin Williams. So we're going to have, I think the try is going to be good no matter what. And then I think it's going to be a penalty after, which may be sideline, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have
We're gonna find out.
a typical kickoff. Word is that we got a little bit of a sideline warning for some questionable language coming in from the bench.
Well, I don't think he's going to announce this.
No, not a penalty worth announcing. But
Just yelling at the
obviously,
team.
you know, the Aztecs are frustrated. You know, they're used to executing at a very, very high level. And, you know, multiple penalties. I mean, there was 30 yards worth of penalties in that last drive. Number 6, R.J. Williams set to kick off for the Sabres. Efran for the Aztecs, ready to receive. Ball is up. Fielded by the 10-yard line, out to the 20, to the 25, out by the 30, still up.
Bringing it inside.
Still has it to the 40-yard
He's going to have
line,
room.
45,
He's
50,
got to beat RJ.
to the 40,
This
to
could be
the
hard.
30.
He does not beat RJ.
Quintero out to nearly the 20-yard line of the Sabres. So the Aztecs able to
Aztecs
get
will
some
take
work
over
done on special
at the
teams.
23. RJ, the last line defender there, saves them from scoring.
you know, RJ Williams also the kicker.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I'm going to have a safety guy back there, I want him to be quick, and RJ Williams definitely is.
Hey,
You
we're
know,
putting that work.
and I think it's difficult because you've got Efran and you also have Quintero back there to receive. So it's like, okay, who do you choose? I think you're damned either way because both of those
And
players
if you
are
do,
very
and if you
capable.
don't, yeah.
Quintero has a long history of lots of return yards.
Hull takes the snap after the big yard gain. Quick pass to Barber. That'll
That's
be dropped.
backwards. That's a backwards pass. The ball is live.
We got dog crawling.
Oh, can he get it? He cannot. Number 15 finally gets it back. But we will have a
Who let
loss
the
of
dogs out?
significant
We have a fumbled
yardage.
ball. There'll be loss of quite a few yards. Second down.
I've never seen somebody crawl so quickly after a rolling ball.
Hey, he almost got it though, so that's what I like to see. So, all right, we got Blues Nation CFC says what numbers are Brady Frame and Connor Howard? I think they are on the Sabres. We'll find out here in just a
See,
second.
Brady Frame.
And Connor Howard. If they're on the Sabres, we'll find out. They're not on the Aztecs.
I do not have a Brady Frame on my roster.
Nope. Maybe for a different team altogether.
Wow, second and a mile here.
And he throws it a mile deep. And that'll be incomplete.
Kishan
incomplete
Joyner, number
pass.
20 on the coverage.
Third down.
Neck and neck with the receiver.
There's that intended receiver there.
Cole trying to get back a lot of what was lost on the
Yeah, I
previous
can't
play.
see his number. It's like 5, but that can't be it. So. I think it's 9.
So third down and nearly 25 yards.
Now let's see here on the inside. He turns around a little bit. See, is that Roy Holt, number 3? That intended receiver? Yeah, that's number 3. That deep ball out to him. Under pressure, rolls up the middle here for Hull. He's going to take off with it. He is quick. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be just short of the line of scrimmage.
So
They'll bring it to just back short of the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up fourth down.
Hull able to get, 10, 15 yards on that play, but still fourth down and long for the Aztecs.
Someone says Howard, 18 Sabres. On our roster, that is not correct.
He definitely might be 18 on our roster. We've got a different player for number 18, but we do our best printing these bad boys out.
Yeah, we just printed them out on Friday.
Player movement's crazy. So offense
Fourth and
for the Aztecs staying on the field.
Cole, he could have punted it, honestly. Nobody would know. Quick inside, looking for 15. That'll be incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll switch sides. Sabres will take over. 56 with the stop right there. 15, Kenny Huffstudler as the intended receiver.
Number 56 for the Sabres in coverage, Louis Anguiano.
From the computer. All that.
Emmett Johnson, number 2, and the Sabres offense back on the field. R.J. Williams in the backfield. Pass
Swatted down there. Incomplete pass that'll bring up second down.
intended for number 9, Brig Johnson. Well covered by the
I
Aztec.
think that is number 0, Brady Frame. He was on my side. That's who he was. I didn't see it because it was all the way at the top. Brady Frame, number 0, with the swat down.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, Howard might be on my team too. Who knows? Oh, we got a trucker in the back hitting the Jake brakes.
Yeah, compression brakes.
It's got to go, Jim Bob.
Let's go, J brake.
Yeah.
Downshift. Johnson. Looks like we're going to have a...
Timeout. Sabres. First in the first half.
So Sabres are going to take an extra minute here, see if they can regroup, investigate their game plan just a little bit. Second down and 10. While we sit back here for a little bit of a timeout, just want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors for the Idaho Contact Football League, League Blueprint, custom uniforms, apparel, and accessories for all sports businesses and events. Mention the ICFL and save 10% off your order. Find them at leagueblueprint.com. So Sabres up 7-2 over the undefeated Aztecs. Got the ball at the 25-yard line. Looking to march this ball down the field, put some points on the board.
Low snap.
Johnson, give to 33. Will take a loss of a yard on the play.
That'll be a loss of 1. Third down.
Tony Jacobson on the carry. Aztec defense obviously looking to force a punt here.
Yeah, we saw him go down and score, and then they just have not gotten any traction on this play here.
You know, third down and long, I can imagine the Sabres want to be aggressive here. You know, we get Johnson that picks a target, see if we get another defensive pass interference.
See if he can hit Briggs.
Yeah. We got trips, receivers to the left. Play action, looking for the pass. He will get wrapped up, taken down in the pocket for a loss.
That'll be QB sack, and there'll be a loss of 4. Fourth down. We're going to see the punting team come on here now.
Yeah, fourth and 15 for the Sabres. Kicking ball coming in. Justin Kerner, the punter, ready to send this ball away. We do have a little bit of a wind coming in. Can't tell if it's really for the benefit of the Sabres here. I think not.
It's in and out, but it's mainly coming towards us in the booth, not them. So maybe advancing to the left just a bit. The left of the kick.
Quintero back to take the punt. Kerner with the kick. The ball is up.
Away. That is going to bounce.
Good bounce for the Sabres. It's going to come to rest.
Oh, he picks it up. And that'll place him at the 42. There you are.
Number 0.
Tex will take over at the 42.
Attempted return.
Yeah, which is Brady Frame there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know. Why not?
You never know. Also, if you would have escaped that one, he could have got 5-10 yards there.
Yeah. You know, Sabres obviously 3 and out, but with a good punt, able to put the ball back into Aztec territory. Sabres defensive line and the secondary has been playing great so far this first half. Pressuring Hull, playing good coverage.
Hull takes a snap, handoff to Barber. And he's doing a lot of dancing, but ultimately it's going to be a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1. Second down.
Yeah, Barber's, you know, typically he's very, very north-south. And right now, with the containment on the defensive line for the Sabres, Barber's having to bounce outside where he typically doesn't have to, and he's just not able to find anywhere he can go.
Barber's average is usually around 5-6 yards a play.
Yes.
Very consistent. So for him to go east-west and then also lose a yard is not as typical as we see.
Well, you know, and we're in week 6, so the Sabres have had 5 weeks worth of game film to take a peek at before they play the Aztecs. So
Yeah, and this is the end of like getting into the regular season here before we get to playoffs. So this is a big one for, especially for placement. For the if the Sabres can beat the Tex, give them their first loss, and keep marching up the field, they could have better positioning. Fires over the middle here. It's going to be caught, and that'll be good for first down. That'll be gain 15 and a first down. And that is number 4, Scott Wells.
Scott Wells, good old reliable.
Yep. Can't run today. Sabres D-line, outstanding. Got to throw it. Yeah, that's what Sutton says. Jack Harder says should be a high-scoring, close game right now. Well, both defenses have been out here fighting the hard
so
fight.
far.
That's how we have a safety. So
Yeah, definitely a defensive game so far.
Got a handoff here to Barber, and he will go down, and that is going to be a gain of nothing there. It'll be a gain of nada. Second down.
We'll see
Just
how
brought him back to the line of scrimmage.
we'll see how aggressive the Aztecs want to be here. We've got about 10 seconds to the 2-minute warning. If they
It looks like
want
they're
to put
going
in
to
a
take
play,
it.
they can. If not, they don't have to.
2, 1, 2 minutes.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
2-minute warning it is. Of course, want to give an opportunity to shout out some of our league sponsors. The Treasure Valley Sports Leagues, the best recreational adult sports league in the Valley. Find them at tvsl.fun. And of course, if you're looking for ways to promote your business at ICFL events, we have the marketing package just for you. Reach out on Facebook, Instagram, or info at the ICFL.com to find out more.
But that they'll go back and forth.
And of course, if you are here at the games, you're able to enjoy the fantastic food vendors that we have here every single weekend. So big shout out to all the local vendors that come and supply the fans and the staff with delicious food and refreshing beverages. If you are watching from afar, we'll just we'll get some food up here and try to help you vicariously enjoy how delicious they are. So too bad for you.
Yeah, we're going to be eating tacos later today, so.
It's gonna be delicious.
We actually have tacos often. For ICFL.
The taco
Chicken.
truck is a regular. We like it.
You usually have at least one of them here, so. Yeah, Kelsey Christine says, let's go 5. Could be talking about Logan, could be talking about Hull. And we're going to have a handoff here to the back. Well, toss. We gain a 5. Second down. That was to number 8 there, Zach Lowen.
So third down and about 6 for the Aztecs.
Time is rolling down. They do have timeouts.
You know, Sabres have to get a stop here. I know they want to save a few of their timeouts for an offensive drive possibly, but they get a stop here. I expect a timeout from the Sabres. Aztecs looking to see what's going to happen here as well. 1:16 and running.
Ed Cook says, eat something good for me. Oh, don't you worry, we will.
It's going to happen.
And Tom says she's definitely talking about Logan. We're friends of his. Oh, great to hear. Ooh, keeps it. Throws to the inside to 15 here. That is Kenny Huffstetter. And he will go out of bounds.
He will. So that'll be enough for a first down clock.
Be good enough for a first down.
Stop. And we are also out of bounds on the play. So Aztecs able to convert, don't have to burn any timeouts. We still have 57 seconds on the clock. Ball is at the 33-yard line.
Plenty of time for the Tex to go down and score.
Still think that the Chiefs have, what, 3 timeouts?
Yeah, I think they have all 3 of their timeouts still. So they can drag out this 57 seconds. Motion here. Holt takes the snap. We got a handoff to Zach. He's going to bounce through. He'll get another first down. It'll begin at 12, and there'll be another first down.
So reset the chains and stop the clock temporarily, though, because the play is in bounds. I imagine that the Aztecs are going to hurry here to get a snap off so they don't have to burn a timeout. Hull calling plays to the receivers.
Holt takes a snap, looking right, under pressure, rolls to the right. He's going to throw it. That'll be incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down. Intended
31
receiver
seconds
there.
on the clock.
It's Roy Hull.
Still no need to use any timeouts.
31 seconds, second down. Been running down this play clock here. Wants a snap. Has time, throws it over the middle, almost intercepted. That'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass that'll bring up third down.
I believe number 56, Louis Anguiano, with the near interception. Or actually, might be 58, Francisco
I think it is
Castro.
58.
Almost able to get it.
I'm not even sure who the intended receiver on that one was. There might have been a guy in the middle, but 25 seconds here.
So Aztecs passing the ball. We got third down and long. I imagine they're likely going to pass the ball again. However, they need to convert something on this. Obviously, you don't want to give the ball back to the Sabres. Don't have a whole lot of time left on the clock.
And then we're going to have a timeout here. This is going to be on the
Timeout.
Sabres.
Sabres. Second of the first half.
Lapita Alvarez says, let's go Emmett. Talking about Emmett Johnson, I'm assuming. Quarterback for the Sabres. I don't see another Emmett on here.
You guys are, of course, tuning in, either locally or not locally. We do play our games here at Columbia High School out in Nampa, Idaho. So just want to give a brief, quick shout out to Columbia High School and their staff. The Idaho Contact Football League has a phenomenal relationship with Columbia. We love playing our games here. Players love it. The turf is great. Facilities are good.
It's a good middle ground for all of the players that are out of Boise, Meridian, Nampa, Caldwell, Cuna, Emmett, Star, even all the way out in Ontario. So.
Very, very central.
And we'll be having all of our playoff games here. The last game will be under the lights. Hull rolling to the inside, throws it, and that'll be incomplete. Looking for Roy Hull on that.
So fourth down and
Incomplete
long.
pass.
Aztecs leaving 20 seconds on the clock here. Now, they are, I mean, we're ball spotted here on the 21, 22-yard line. They do have a field goal kicker.
Timeout. Aztecs. First of the first half.
So Aztecs going to take about a minute to think about this.
Heather Travis says, let's go number 5. Once again, y'all could be talking about 2 different number 5s, either James or Logan. I think they go for the field goal. And they're going for it on 4th and 10 here. Lots of noise can be heard. Cole takes a snap. Fires to the inside. He has number 8, Zach Lowen.
Does Zach have
And
enough?
he has the first down.
He does.
That'll be good enough for a first down.
First down. Timeout. Aztecs.
Timeout for the Aztecs.
Second of the first half.
Juan Jr. says Lowen is crazy fast. Yeah. Adriana Timberlake says hi. Hi, Adriana.
Oh, is that Justin Timberlake's sister, cousin?
That is correct.
Knew
sister.
it. Knew it. First down and goal for the Aztecs.
Barber next to him throws over the middle. He has a catch. That'll be a touchdown.
Touchdown Aztecs.
Touchdown Aztecs.
So with 7 seconds left on the clock, Aztecs take the lead over the Sabres.
And it's going to be 8-7, which is a crazy weird score so far.
And we'll see. I think we are showing that they're going to be going for 2. So trying to take their lead to 3.
Yeah, trying to make it at least a field goal instead of a safety. That may happen to them. Also, only 7 seconds left on the clock. Which is, maybe if they fair catch it real quick, they may have time for a drive.
Yeah, good for about 2 plays worth, maybe.
Goes for it. Over the middle. Goes nowhere. Extra points are no good. Oh, he almost got a dump over that one, trying to kick the ball away. So he got looked at. So 8-7, 7 seconds left before halftime. Most likely will expire on the kick, but we'll see what they decide to do. So
yeah, if I'm, if I'm the Aztecs, I'm squibbing this.
Yeah.
Put it little squib kick down the field.
I don't know. I'd want to kick it deep, just so I can try to run off the time if he catches it and goes.
Well, here's the thing, if you can get into the hands of one of the up backs, it's not necessarily a returner, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pick it up, they make a couple of moves, and they burn off some time. I don't know if I want to kick it deep because I want to burn off clock, but I don't want to put it in the hands of R.J. Williams or anybody else.
Kelsey says, hi, hey there, look at all of us showing out today. You'd be so proud. Ed Cook says, yay. Jake says, good job, Aztecs. Sarah says, heck yeah, Sabres, let's go. Which, Sabres did not score. And then Heather Trevor says, hey, Kelsey, got to support Logan. Logan, with his fans out here, showing up. I know whole family members are watching currently.
I believe we have Quintero set to kick.
Yep, this is a squib.
Kick. Williams on the return.
RJ, a little
has it
tap.
out to the 20-yard line, to the 25, still up.
And that is
Not
going to
for
be
long.
time.
So does get a return out near about the 27, 28-yard line. The clock has expired. We
That
are
is
at halftime.
halftime.
And of course, halftime means that we get to give a shout out to the sponsors, proud sponsors of the Idaho Contact Football League. Is Ivy Nurse Sophia with Salt Wellness and Hydration. Level up your game day performance and your everyday performance with IV drips, peptides, and more. Stop by and find Sophia at the booth to get a personalized treatment tailored just for you. Let's get you feeling your best on and off the field. Hillbilly Seasonings, rooted straight from the hollers of Tennessee, veteran-owned and operated and made locally here in Boise. Mention the ICFL for a special buy 3, get 1 free deal, and find them on Instagram at Hillbilly1990. League Blueprint, custom uniforms, apparel, and accessories for all sports, businesses, and events. Mention the ICFL and save 10% off your order. Find them at leagueblueprint.com. And Treasure Valley Sports Leagues, the best recreational adult sports league in the Valley. Find them online at tvsl.fun. And if you're looking for ways to promote your business at ICFL events, we have the marketing package just for you. Reach out on Facebook, Instagram, or info at theicfl.com to find out more. Now, we got 6 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock before the 2-minute warm-up. We will see you back for the second half, the matchup between the Sabres and the Aztecs here shortly. Aztecs set to kick off. Ball is up and away. R.J. Williams on the reception to the left-hand side, out to the 20, to the sideline, and he will be tackled just inside the 25-yard line.
And they're saying he's down. I think the ball might have came loose. Sabres will take over at the 23.
23, 24, 22, and we'll find out. God, I swear these guys have no. Oh. The clock.
High snap, gets loose. Emmett takes off with it, tries to throw it, intercepted.
And of all the places you don't want to throw an interception, inside your own red zone.
Interception. Tex will take over.
So
That is,
after,
Tyson Hoffman, number 9,
yeah,
linebacker.
great athlete. So after, being able to hold the Aztecs to just 8 points in the first half, something that I think hasn't probably really happened so far yet this
Is
season.
that 9 or 0? It's so hard to tell. Turn around.
So Sabres, Emmett Johnson,
You're right. It was Hoffman.
not typical to do this, but backs way up in the pocket. Tries to throw the ball away. Intercept.
Especially right on your opening drive. That is not what you want to do. That is not how you get in the spirit of this second half.
That is rough.
Kelsey says, oof. Yep. Said it best, Kelsey. Oh. Hole doing a little bit of trickery. Gets the ball to Barber. The ball comes loose, though. I think 56 may have it.
And unbelievable luck for the Sabres here.
The ball will be turned back over. Sabres will take over.
And they will almost have the ball, just 5 yards from where they had a play, where they started their drive a couple of plays ago.
And when we say game of the week, we want it to be exciting, all right? Flag on the field? Am I missing something? A big gain of nada. Second down. I think we might have actually lost it. No, looks like 0.
Sabres, second down and 10.
Logan Bauer says, let's go 5. I swear, you guys.
It's just jumping on the 5 bandwagon. Let's go.
Bowers, if we don't get hurdles today, I'm never going to read another comment you make on this. All right?
Yeah, listen, I need my hurdles, Bowers.
I don't care if you guys lose. If you win, I need a hurdle. That's all I care about. All right, that's the stats we care.
Johnson back to pass, looking left, has an open receiver. Lakota steal.
Oh,
Good for about 5. Breaks the first tackle.
I'll be gain of 5. Second down, third down.
So third down and about 6 for the Sabres. Narrowly escaping what would have been a very difficult decision if they would have let the Aztecs score on that interception. But definitely looking for a conversion to another first down and 10 here.
Well, especially when you're the Aztecs, you get that perfect placement, and then you end up giving the ball back because it comes loose. But it was a strip ball right there on Barber, so that's what made it come out.
Back to pass, looking right, has a receiver.
23.
In and out of the hands of number 9, Blake Johnson.
Complete pass, fourth down.
Covered well. and eventually some double coverage.
Yeah, number
that came down.
23, Santana Rodriguez, first initial defender there.
So 4th down and long. Kerner will come on to punt the ball away for the Sabres.
This whole first or second half has been scuffed. I was just wanting to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Although a hard count.
well,
And then maybe change my mind.
yeah, maybe do something crazy. Well, and the other thing too here is where you're down by 1 point. 1 point. Be smart. Don't put yourself in a bad situation. Punt this ball away. Get yourself some good field position. Live to fight another day. Snap is good. Kerner kicks. Kind of a sideways punt
did
here.
it touch him?
Decent roll out by the 50-yard line.
Aztecs will take over at the 50.
Indeed, the spot of the ball right at the 50.
Which is pretty good placement for the Tex here.
If you look at the last drive from the Aztecs, they were able to convert on some 4th downs. They were able to manage the clock well. It was probably, their most successful drive of the entire game so far. But I do want to give some credit to the Sabres defense here. It's kind of been a bend but don't break mentality. They have given up a few different things here and there, but so far they've done really well.
Yeah, defense has been fighting really hard for the Sabres out here. And the offense, obviously, with their score. But backward toss to Barber. Barber's got some room. Will be taken down after about 14. That'll be a gain of 14 and a first down. Yeah, 13 there. That'll place him at the 32-yard line. Or 37. Handoff and a blocker to Barber here. Bounce on the inside. That'll get him the first down.
Finally taken down by number 26.
That'll be good for 16 and a first down.
Senna on the Sabres.
Barber getting back into formation here with his running game. So.
Yeah, so far Hull has utilized the ground game far more than the passing game, and they are all the better for it.
Rabid fan in the stands.
Man, if the Aztecs can get their ground game going again, then the Sabres better look out.
Yep. Hey, let's mix a fix in your O-line during the halftime, getting them set up better, or figuring out what works best for you guys.
Once the ground game is going, then really does open up the pass game, and Hull can do just about anything he wants here.
Fake to Barber. He's going to be a toss to the outside. It's going to be red, but not caught. Efren Lopez. Touchdown, Aztecs.
I believe number 1, Jace Mann, coming in quick.
Tried to
knock
jump
that
it.
ball away, just couldn't quite get there. Efren right behind him, makes the catch, runs it all the way in, and just like that, Aztecs are now up 14-7 over the Sabres.
It was a great attempt, great jump there if he would have had it, but he didn't. And when you leave your friend alone and you give the ball the room, especially with the safety being pulled to the inside here, he's not going to be able to get out there fast enough.
Nope. Yeah, out there on an island, you take a little bit of a gamble. Can I get to the ball? You miss it, and all of a sudden you're well out of position to make any kind of.
And that's when your defensive coach is yelling. It didn't matter how close you were. It only matters that you didn't get it. High kick, and that is good. Extra point is good.
So Aztecs go up over the Sabres 15-7. After a little bit of back and forth on interception and then a fumble and recovery. Punt by the Sabres. Aztecs able to go down and capitalize. well-balanced play by the Aztecs. We got some good run game. Barber able to get a lot amount of yards. Pass to Ephraim. Chris Quintero lining up the kick-off for the Aztecs. R.J. Williams back to receive. Number 33, Tony Jacobson. They're in the middle in case we have anything short. Ball is up. Williams will barely put some hands on it. Ball does run into the end zone. We will have a touchback.
I was going to place him at the 20. Sabres will take over at the 20. Yeah, got his hands up just to hit it.
Just couldn't quite bring it in.
Roy Garcia Jr. says, let's go number 62, Bradley. I think that's Bradley Thomas there. Brad Thomas. Jake says, let's go. We got Chris, Elda, Peranza, 3547 says, woohoo, free.
Johnson with 3 receivers to the left. Williams in the backfield. Pass completed. Good for a few yards. Number 19, Lakota Steele on the reception.
Are we good for 2? Second down.
Whistles on the field. Yeah, it looks like we've got a false start on the offense. So the Sabres are going to be going back 5.
Snap infraction on the offense, 5 yards. Remain second down.
This is the second snap infraction penalty that the Sabres have had so far this game. So just a little bit of work that center and Johnson need to do to really get their chemistry down.
Mm-hmm.
3 receivers to the right-hand side. I believe Jacobson in the backfield. Grigg pass to the left-hand side.
Incomplete flag.
Flag comes in from the back judge. We will have some defensive pass
Incomplete
interference.
pass. There's a flag on the field.
So
he's saying that he wasn't even nowhere near, didn't touch nothing.
Pass interference on the defense, number 12, 15 yards from the previous spot. That yardage was in a first down.
So the one thing that the Sabres have been able to do very well with this aggressive Aztec defense is utilizing their outside receivers. They're tall, they're big guys, to really draw those DBs in, initiate contact, and get a defensive pass interference penalty.
Yep. Yep. You know, that's also smart there, trying to get that free penalty
Yeah.
there.
I mean, hey, if those DBs are going to be aggressive, then, you know.
You got to play the ball.
Johnson back to pass, looking left, out of the pocket, ball's away, has an open receiver, completed. Out near the 45-yard line, number 19, Lakota
That'll be good
Steele.
for 20 and a first down.
Now in Aztec territory.
Marching down the field, Sabres finally getting some momentum after their lackluster first event of the drives.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the Aztecs' 46-yard line. Number 43, Darian Carrier in the backfield with Johnson. 2 receivers either side. Johnson back to pass, looking left.
Under pressure. Gets sacked, gets the ball out though.
Will he be down prior to the
I
pass?
think he's down. Yep. Whitehead signaling him down.
going to have a conversation about this just to be sure.
And we're gonna.
All right, so his
Gonna be
knee
a
was on the
QB
ground
sack. That'll be lost
before the
quite a few yards.
pass.
Second down.
Yeah, we will have second down and 20 plus.
Big ups for the Aztecs D line here. Push them back into their own territory too. So we're at second and I think it is 19.
Yeah, second and might be 20 plus. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Darian Courier in the backfield with Johnson.
21 there, yeah.
Single receiver to the left. Johnson looking right, has the receiver, just overthrows number 18.
Incomplete pass will bring up third down.
Rashawn Simmons.
Third and 21 still. Crazy distance.
Johnson under pressure there, lets that ball go just a little early. Simmons unable to get to it. Third down and 20 plus.
It's 1 yard. One.
3 receivers to the right, single
Nope.
to the left.
Gonna get encroachment.
A little bit of offsides.
Encroachment, defense, number 10, 5 yards. Remains third down.
Number 10 pleading his case. That wasn't me, I didn't cross the line of scrimmage. Hate to tell you, number 10, up here at the booth, we know you did.
Tim says, "Screaming Go Sabres from Louisiana." Tim Felton there. Yeah, we saw him dance just right over infraction zone there.
And in this league, all you got to do is just enter the neutral zone, and that is a dead ball offsides or encroachment penalty. 3 receivers to the right-hand side for Johnson. Single back in the backfield.
Pass to the outside, he has it.
Number 22 on the play, Morris Bunn.
That'll be gain of 4, fourth down.
So gain of probably about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Good enough to bring them somewhat close to the original line of scrimmage. But still fourth down and a ways.
An injury here. I think they're fourth.
Officials timeout for injury.
4th and 12 here. So.
Aztec player that is sitting down on the field, helmet is off. And he's going to need a minute.
Yeah, they're 2 yards off of the line of scrimmage. Fix it. I didn't see where they spotted the initial And that is 23 Santana Rodriguez coming off the field here. Seems to be walking and his legs look pretty normal, so hopefully he is okay. Fourth and long here.
Three receivers to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left. Bunn in the backfield.
Bunn and Johnson back there.
Johnson back to pass. Scrambles, looks left to Bunn, just can't quite get his hands on it.
An incomplete pass. They will switch side. The Aztecs will take over.
So Aztecs able to bring up the stop. It will get the ball back just outside of Sabres territory.
He hit him pretty hard. I'm not sure if it was going to be enough to make the first down, though, after he had turned around with the ball.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it would have been a lot of work.
Bunn is a very capable athlete, but that's still a ways to go.
Yeah, one defender close and one bearing down, two, hitting his way. So We have a fan out here singing Pink Pony Club. Hear it. Picks a snap, handoff here. I'm pretty sure that's Barber. That's going to go nowhere.
Lot
Gain
of
of
different
mere
people.
millimeters. Second down.
Looks like number 50 in on the tackle, Nathan Willoughby.
Kim says looking for my number 20 on the Sabres.
Number 20 on the Sabres, Kishan Joyner. Kishan's out there in coverage. Right-hand side, kind of the lower part of your screen here.
Close to you, you can see him right there. Yeah.
Oh, fires over the middle, under lots of pressure. Gets it to Ephraim here. Who had their previous touchdown. That'll be a gain of 8. Third down.
I think that actually might have been Scott Wells on the reception. Indeed.
Was it Wells there, number 4?
It was
Yeah.
Wells, number 4.
Oh, that's why I thought it was number 11. I just saw the both uprights, didn't see the bottom of it. Great job, Wells. Wells played softball with us on yesterday.
Did he?
Did
Yeah,
great.
great to see Wells back on the field. You know, previously played for the Tide a few seasons.
Played for
Had a
Doors a long
nasty
time ago.
broken collarbone at the
Yeah.
beginning of one season.
Oh, nasty. I think it was week 1, too.
Made a great recovery, still playing.
Oh, handoff here back to 8. That is to Zach Lowen. So
Lowen.
him on the outside. That'll give him the first down.
Yeah,
That'll
plenty.
be a gain of 6 and a first down.
Lowen has been a fantastic north-south runner.
Great backup there to Barber. I know that they go back and forth very synergistic together. Ashley Rowland says, let's go Tex. Hold deep to the outside here. And that'll be incomplete.
And Aztecs
They're looking for a flag.
looking for a flag, a little bit of jawing after the play. 17 with some pointing. They better be careful.
Incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down.
There definitely was some contact, just not quite enough to warrant a flag. And I do think that defender was playing the ball.
Yep. The windmill made it look like, I think, more that there needed to be a flag than there actually was, you know? He turned into a speedboat, if you will, so the Hoff.
Indeed. And, you know, when that ball's up there, it's, you know, both the defender and the receiver have a right to that pass. You just got to make sure that you're not restricting the other player from getting to it.
We got fans putting in there, but I can hear them.
Give their 2 cents.
Barber with the handoff and bounced and went back, but made back up some of those yards, but overall a loss of 2. That'll be a loss of 1.
Number 87, Hayden Rothenbuehler on the tackle. Bueller. Pull back to pass, looking left, has a receiver in the flats.
Wells again here. Go out of bounds. I think that's a gain of 3. It'll be gain of 3, bring up 4th down.
So 4th down, ball at the 37-yard line.
Gonna go for it?
Yeah, I mean, you're too far off to kick a viable field goal here. Probably maybe too close to punt.
The mystery punt.
Yeah, you could. I would do it. You know, get whole back there, little pooch punt.
Catch them offside too. Get your guys down there.
Oh yeah.
Line up like you're gonna be doing, like you're sending 4 receivers downfield. And then line it up for that.
Yeah, Barber and Hull in the backfield.
Straight going for it.
Are we gonna see a little pooch punt? Maybe. Does he go for it? We'll see.
We have a timeout here. I think this is going to be on the Sabres.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Wow. So Aztecs have a chance to kind of discuss this and talk about it, see what they want to do.
I didn't know they had enough time to make it for the quarter.
You know, I know the score so far is low, but the action has been great. And this has been a quick-moving game.
15-7, very, very close. Aztecs were down until the end of the first half there when they got the 8. They got 8 total points. The field goal, the mystery, I think. Switch sides of the field. Fourth and 9 here. Hull takes a snap. We've seen him previously convert on this. Throws it deep. That's going to go nowhere. Not this time.
Yeah, Kishan Joyner in coverage. Almost able to get an interception on that one. So exactly what the Sabres were looking for. Turnover on downs, get the ball back in decent field position, give their offense a chance to go down and put some points on the board.
Which even if I was RJ there and I was close, I would
bat that ball down.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Do your team a favor. I know it's great for the stats, but be a good team.
Takes a snap. Fires to the outside. Looks for 18. He has him. Trying to get brought down. He will be brought down by 21 deep, though. A deep ball to place him on the 22, and that'll be a first down.
Number 18, Rashawn Simmons on the reception and the carry.
And then brought down by number 18 here, Kenny Drennan.
Rashawn Simmons is
Officials timeout for injury.
gingerly walking off the field as the
Great
one arm
catch.
down to
Way
his
to make
side.
a play, deep play immediately for Anna Johnson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, if you're going to get injured, I mean, it's nice to
Nice
get
one to
injured
catch
and
a 60-yard
get a
play.
catch on it. Yeah.
No, if he dislocated, they could pop back in. He'll be all right.
And they will roll that clock. Sabres offense, 2 receivers left and right. Williams in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson takes a snap, give to Williams. Williams has some room.
Gets caught by 77. Probably a loss of 1, bring up 2nd down. 77, big guy there, Jordan Betts.
Yeah, Betts quick to the backfield to get Williams, wraps him up and does not let him go.
Michael Peterson says that's Connor Howard. Oh yeah, number 18, like we were talking about for the.
You know,
Which one? Tex, Sabres,
So
put it
you-
in there because
you
we
guys-
don't have nothing. Yeah.
you guys got to be gentle with
We
me
don't have
because
no Connor Howard anywhere.
as I'm looking out and I see this receiver, white boy, you know, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this guy probably looks like a Connor Howard. I've got him down as a Rashawn Simpkins. You know what I mean? And I don't want to assume anything. You never know. So hey, whatever. Johnson back to pass.
Big pass. scene back
Lakota
there.
Steele on the reception.
I like the reach to try to get the 1st down, being nowhere near it.
Yeah. Hey, you know, a couple yards.
That'll be
that'll-
good for 6, 3rd down. Yeah.
So yeah.
He looked real quick. To see as he put it out. Then he's like, "Oh no, I need."
Oh wait a
I need
second.
to
I am
keep
gonna.
this with me.
I'm gonna keep that ball back over here. Yeah, credit. Okay, Connor Howard. So sorry. Credit to you on that catch. Fantastic job.
Is what you talked about, white boy, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, white boy
is
is Connor.
Yeah. Oh.
Ah. Yeah, you look like a Connor Howard. I'll say that much. Johnson back to pass, looking left, rolls left, has some space, ball's away, caught made, out by the 5-yard line. Lakota Steele on the reception.
We have a flag. Flag on the field.
Will we have a hold on the offense?
Mike Peterson says he can jump too. I doubt it, but we'll have to see it. So.
I believe it. He's channeling his inner Rashawn.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay. 3rd down.
Back it up.
So instead of being, 3rd down and 4, we're now 3rd down and 14. And of course, the Sabres wishes they were, 1st down and goal from the 5, but the holding penalty is going to wipe that off the board.
Make it 3rd and long.
I am liking what I'm seeing from the Sabres offensively here. Johnson able to get out of the pocket, work the perimeter.
Working real
Receivers
hard.
are working back to the ball. They're able to get some work done. Carrier in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson back to pass, looking left, steps up in the pocket, is looking.
Ooh, gets hit.
A big hit. Helmet comes off. Flag on the play.
Flag on the field. I think that's going to be helmet to helmet there.
Yeah, as we got a number 10 on the tackle for the Aztecs.
Pick incoming. Holy pick there was a pick off the helmet. So
I'm not seeing that we've got an intentional or a flagrant foul here on the defense. However, we do have a helmet-to-helmet contact. Safety is one of our biggest priorities here at the ICFL, so we might have a penalty nonetheless.
we're going to go look up the roster for the Sabres right now.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Grasping the opening on the back of the helmet. 15 yards. 3rd down.
Also, for those of you, Connor Howard was listed under number 13 here on our roster. So that's why but they might have been switching numbers. So we're going to defer you to go ahead and message Zach Dolner for that inconsistency on his own.
Yeah, fix the
Sabres
roster.
team.
Yeah, come on. Okay, so after the penalty, we have a 15-yard penalty. We were about 3rd and 13, but the penalty occurred, behind the line of scrimmage, and we have a, face mask. So we're gonna go 15 yards. We've got 3rd down and 1 for the Sabres at the 15-yard line. Johnson and Carrier in the backfield, 2 receivers right and left. Give to Carrier, big hit. He will go down for a loss.
That'll be a loss of 4 and bring up 4th down.
Is that number 0 on that hit?
Yep. Number 0.
Gracious.
Brady Frame.
Brady had an
Just took him out.
straight into the backfield on the fly. And Darren Carrier is not a small dude.
That's you see that from Jared Sower, where he'll come up the middle like that and just come and get you and attack you. So way to go, Brady. Number 77 on the Aztecs. Number 77 on the Aztecs is Jordan Betts. Betts crushing it. Fourth and six here.
Yeah, offense still on the field. Carrier in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson back to pass, looking left, steps up in the pocket. Throws it to the right-hand side. Open receiver Milo Betty. He will have
and there's the flag.
Catch and a flag.
Flag on the field. And that flag, I think, is going to be for grabbing the helmet. There.
Yeah, yep.
Illegal.
Yeah, grabbing a helmet opening. So Milo Johnson with the reception, and they've got a face mask penalty.
Personal foul, face mask, number 12 of the defense. Half the distance. Be first and goal from the 3.
So at 4th down and a little ways, Johnson steps up in the pocket, looks left, draws the defense, has Milo Betty on the right side perimeter, passes away. Milo, of course, a very capable athlete, catches the pass. First down for the Sabres.
Absolutely crushing it out there.
Now, big thing here, I mean, we got 7 minutes left. Sabres have had limited opportunities on offense. If they score a touchdown here, I got to imagine they're going for 2.
Gotta, get over the board.
Johnson back, rolls left, getting pursuit.
Incomplete.
Barely able to get that away.
Second down.
Johnson slow to get up, kind of hobbling back to the huddle here. Seems like he's really struggling. Play comes in. Darren Carrier in the backfield along with Austin Williams with Johnson. Hishan Joyner, receiver from the left-hand side, in on offense. Give. Just can't quite get there. I think we actually might have a loss.
Third down. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, a little bit better for you guys. Yeah.
Johnson takes a snap, give to Carrier. Carrier to the left-hand side. Will he get a block? He will not.
There'll be a loss of 2. Bring up 4th down.
Number 10 in on the tackle. We will have 4th down at about the 9-yard line. The clock is rolling. 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
For those of you at home, next game will start at 3:30. I think we have a timeout.
Timeout. Sabres. First of the second half.
While we give the Sabres a chance to talk over their strategy here, we're going to give a shout out to our league sponsors. The Idaho Contact Football League is proudly presented by IV Nurse Sophia with salt, wellness, and hydration. Level up your game day performance and your everyday performance with IV drips, peptides, and more. Stop by and find Sophia at the booth to get a personalized treatment tailored just for you. Let's get you feeling your best on and off the field. Hillbilly Seasonings, rooted straight from the hollers of Tennessee. Veteran owned and operated and made locally here in Boise. Mention the ICFL for a special buy 3, get one free deal and find them on Instagram at Hillbilly1990. Fourth down and 10. Really fourth down and goal here from about the 10-yard line for the Sabres. Carrier in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson fakes the give. He's got a receiver open, just can't quite connect. We will have a turnover on downs, and Aztecs will take over.
Aztecs will take over.
5 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Aztecs looking to put one or two nails in the coffin here. But plenty of time to play. If the Sabres can play good defense, get the ball back, still have an opportunity. It's a one-score ball game. We will see what happens.
Hand off to Barber there. And it's a fumble. We have a fumble and a recovery by the Sabres. Sabres are still in this, ladies and gentlemen.
Unbelievable opportunity for the Sabres here. And we might have a recovery. I think it might have been number 20. We'll double check on this. In any case, Sabres with a huge opportunity. Three receivers to the right-hand side for Johnson. Backfield. Brig Johnson solo to the right. Pass to Williams. Makes a move.
Making a lot of moves. He will get caught.
He will take a loss on that play.
Dude just jumps over at the end.
Well covered by the Aztecs.
That'll be a loss of 3, second down. T-Town Blondo says refs would love nothing more than the Aztecs lost. The refs would love nothing more than if we paid them double what they got. I promise you they don't care about
Yeah, they do not.
games. Yeah.
They
we
do
know
not
what the
care.
refs really care about, okay? We have insider information. So.
Yeah.
And for the record, it's not like we're paying them $2 to show up, okay? So.
Yeah, they've got, what is it? They don't have a horse in the fight, winning the race.
Yeah.
How's that?
They get food, they get whatever. The only thing that they could want more is more money and less time to do
Johnson
money.
back to pass. Over to the right-hand side. Has Brig Johnson just unable to connect.
Incomplete pass. That'll bring up third down. Third and long here for the Sabres. We got Brandon Lee talking about Cody Harris, talking him up here in the chat. We got Kim saying, woohoo Sabres. Heather Travis says, let's go Sabres.
You know, the Aztecs, I mean, their defense has been on the field for a while now. They're playing red zone
They only got
defense.
half a play off.
Three receivers to the left. Morris Bunn in the backfield. Johnson back to pass, looking right.
Under pressure.
Escapes left, ball's away.
Intercepted. That's going to be an interception by the Tex here.
And a touchback, so the Aztecs.
Interception. Aztecs will take over. That's complete.
Moving on the field is interception in the end zone. Touchback.
Thank you, Whitehead. You're going to place him at the 20.
So Aztecs able to play some fantastic defense in the red zone, back to back. Now 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in this game. So we'll see if the Sabres defense can come up with a stop.
Aztecs got to keep hold of the ball. Barber keeps getting stripped. That's how both of those fumbles have occurred. It's not him just dropping it, it's him getting stripped. So the Sabres playing very smart defensively to try to get that strip in.
I think Barber on the carry there, good for about 4.
We're good for 4. Second down.
You know, Aztecs, if they can keep capitalizing on the run game, keep that clock moving, go down and score, then they might be able to virtually keep any kind of opportunity out of the hands of the Sabres.
Aztecs just need to run the ball, run out of time, and they're golden. Very, very hard fight between both of these teams. Especially when you look at the rankings, you see the Sabres are 3-2, and you see that the Aztecs are 5-0. You may not think that it's going to be as close of a game as it ends up being. Hole. Ooh, I think a little bit of miscommunication. He keeps it, and he will go up.
Cole still able to hold on to the ball. I think.
That'll be good gain of 2. Third down. Yeah, but, you know, Sabres capitalize every time they do not have the ball. So that's what they want to try to do.
Third down and about 3.
Kim says strip and recover Sabres. We will see. Jake says just run the clock now. That's what they're trying to do.
Looks like we might have a timeout on the field here.
Timeout. Sabres. Second for the second half.
I think it's good that they use a timeout there to get things set up and ready because they want to try to leave with the 2 minutes on the clock and get that ball back. Third and 4 here. Third and 3.
Oh, yeah, about 3rd and 3-ish.
Third and 3. Cole, handoff here to Barber.
Barber is going to be just a yard short.
That'll be a gain of 1. Fourth down.
So 4th down and about 1. Sabres and Aztecs getting just a little chippy. Definitely don't want to do anything to jeopardize the field position here if you're the Sabres.
4th down. They're going to be 2 yards out.
So 4th down and 2.
And they're
You've
probably
got about,
just going to roll this out to the 2-minute warning.
yeah, 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock here. I think
You know
you're
what I
going
do? Try to get the ready to hurry up and then try to
to just do a no play and just do hard counts all the way until the clock goes down. Come on.
because you know somebody's going to jump. And if you
Yeah.
think that your team has a better discipline, so.
Yeah. Or if you're whole, you know, you go under center and then you do the quick snap with the reach over. You know?
Yeah. No, we've seen him
Yeah.
do.
This is a 2-minute
Not this year,
timeout.
though.
No.
This year.
Yeah. I'm
Great
missing
time
it.
to pull it out.
So if 2-minute warning here, and I know that the Aztecs really do want to be able to put the nail in the coffin here,
Sabres only have 1 timeout left.
but man, if I'm the Aztecs, I might be punting this ball away. Your defense has played great, especially red zone, right?
you know if you get a first down, that's like the end.
Yeah, and it's always difficult when you have a situation like this. You're 4th down and 2. If you get the first down, yeah, you essentially win the game. But if something happens here, you turn the ball over
You're gonna
at the
scrape?
28-yard line. You know, it's a one-score game. So pretty risky. It's a pretty ballsy move here. We'll see what the Aztecs decide to do. The offense looks like they are on the field ready to go. We'll see if Hull utilizes any kind of hard count here.
Well, especially, you know, this is the time to pull out a trick at your sleeve right here.
Do you go for 2? Do you do a hard count? About to find out.
Hard count, hard count.
Oh, we have.
We're going to do a false start on the offense here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a false start.
False start. Number 51
I like the little.
of the offense.
Yeah.
5 yards.
Little.
4th down.
So, you know, little pooch punt. I support any punt in that scenario. The other thing too is, I mean, and this is tough. You know, you're in shotgun. You're about 5 yards back, and you know you got some Sabres pressure coming up the middle. You're doing a little pooch punt. Just don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver.
Who do they have to punt back there? That is Quintero.
So Quintero, both the punter and punt returner.
This is where you need your offense has got to be locked. You cannot let them return this punt at all.
And I think Jace Mann, number 1 for the return. Quintero with the kick.
Good punt. It's going to bounce around the 40. Ooh, man has it. He will try to stay up. He will get caught.
And that play
That is down.
over.
Yeah. If we would have got rid of the ball a little bit quicker.
So
Sabres
fantastic.
will take over at the 40.
Fantastic kick coverage for the Aztecs. We do have just under 2 minutes. We got a 1 minute, 50 seconds. Sabres have the ball at the 40-yard line.
They have one timeout left.
1 timeout. Goodness.
And any type of turnover, anything like that, back to the Aztecs ends this game.
Yeah,
But we also saw them have a 60-yard bomb down the field.
they did. You know, can the Sabres put together some type of magical 4th quarter, under 2 minute drive, and then tie up this ball game? Because, you know, touchdown's not going to do it. Touchdown and a PAT isn't going to do it. We need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Touchdown in the 2. Nope, touchdown in the 2 to get an OT. That was going to be an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. 2nd down.
So first pass from Johnson, incomplete. 2nd down.
Would like
and
to see an
10.
overtime game if we can pull it off.
Overtime game would be fun.
Plus, we got all this time.
The Sabres have been in a few different exciting overtime games.
Yep, against the
This year, last year.
they didn't they get an overtime game against the Tide this year?
The Warhawks had the overtime game against the Tide.
Yeah.
Sabres, I don't know if they've had that overtime game so far. Johnson up in the pocket to the left. Directing traffic.
Out of bounds.
Intended
Incomplete
receiver
pass.
Williams.
3rd down.
To play. So far, Aztec defense showing up to play.
Yep. Number 21, Willie Garcia with the stop there. It was kind of out of bounds, kind of a stop.
You know, it's kind of one of those situations where, you know, you're up 8. You know, you're thinking, okay, just don't give up anything big, but, you know, play conservatively, be safe, et cetera, et cetera.
But now you're 3rd down.
Yeah, Aztecs are being aggressive.
Yep.
You know, they're playing the type of defense that they want to play. And so far, first 2 plays from the Sabres gained 0 yards.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of their egos come out or anything like that, too. Especially when a game gets this close, you start to see some of those flare up, start to get those penalties. Especially these
relatively
critical moments right here.
Sabres, 2 receivers right and left. Johnson and Bunn in the backfield. Johnson back to pass.
Ooh,
Escapes.
gets caught.
Over to the left-hand side. Throws the ball away.
51 on that stop there.
We'll take
I'm not
a.
sure if he's out
big
or if he
hit.
got the throw away first.
I think.
Incomplete pass, 4th down.
I think the ball did make it away.
Huss, by the way, Cody Huss on that.
Yeah, I listen. I think Huss eats 4,000 calories for breakfast.
I would say 6.
He is a big dude. He used to play in the Black Tide, and we had this play where he would come out all the way from the line and block, a linebacker in coverage.
Yeah.
And I used to have to tell the linebackers, like, block coming, because I just used to see these guys get demolished.
Timeout. Sabers.
Timeout.
And final.
Last Sabres timeout here. That is very smart, though. You need this. So.
Well, at least it didn't go, hi, Ben. And you're like, hi, little person that I don't know.
All right, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Sabres, 4th and 10. Trips to the outside here.
Johnson in the backfield with Austin Williams. 2 receivers to the right, tight end to the right.
Checking the outside here.
Johnson back to pass. Can he make it happen? Ball's in the air. Has number 1. Just couldn't
Incomplete.
quite get to him. No flags on the field.
Incomplete pass. They will switch side. Aztecs will take over. Almost an interception there. But
Sabres with
flag, no nothing. And that is going to
zero timeouts left for the Sabres.
0 timeouts. That's going to be the end. They're going to go into victory formation. They don't need a strip. They don't need nothing. They've shown that they've had a few problems today, and they don't need anything.
Yeah, the Aztecs clear pathway to victory here. Sabres no ability to stop the clock.
For those of you at home, our next game will start at 3:30. It's going to be the Matadors and the Warhawks, which should be a good game. And then the last game is going to be the Alphas and the Diggers, both of the East teams playing against each other over there. We're going to, hopefully the live stream will work for that game. So we're going to have the next game up and running here in just a little bit. Thank you guys so much for coming. We appreciate it. And we can't wait to see you guys again.
While we're working on the Aztecs sneaking out the rest of the clock here, just want to give a shout out to the remainder of our sponsor lineup. League Blueprint, custom uniforms, apparel, and accessories for all sports, businesses, and events. Mention the ICFL and save 10% off your order. Find them at leagueblueprint.com. And the Treasure Valley Sports Leagues, the best recreational adult sports league in the Valley. Find them online at tvsl.fun. Of course, if you are looking for ways to promote your business at ICFL events, we have the marketing package just for you. Reach out on Facebook, Instagram, or info@theicfl.com to find out more. So Aztecs here are going to move to 6-0, undefeated in regular season play. A little bit of a prediction for the Eastern game. I'm going to guess that the Alphas are probably likely going to do the same. I would say that the Alphas are favored in that game, so we might end up, week 6 with 2 undefeated teams still in regular season play. So Sabres move to 3-3. Aztecs to 6-0. And the next game coming in, Matadors with only a single loss on the season, going up against the Warhawks.